that he did that was good, that, you know, as much hostility as he may have exuded, I think he made up for it. You see?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't buy it. I never bought it. And you know, again, in my universe when I was in it, you know, I just thought, you know, because you part of the thing when you're in it, you know, LRH is this super duper guy, so you make him into your own super duper guy, I suppose, probably.
Well, you're looking at the current management, David Miscavige, COB, and you're thinking, well, is he in it for the money? What's your view of L. Ron Hubbard now?
Well, you know, I mean, again, I don't have all the data. I read some of the books that are out that are critical, Barefaced Messiah and Madman or Magician or whatever it was.
Madman or Messiah.
Right, that one, mate, and
Piece of Blue Sky.
Piece of Blue Sky, and you know, and then there's stories. Yeah, I think that, you know. So I don't know if all that's true, but it's consistent. One of the ways for me that I can detect whether something is true or false is for inconsistencies. You know, you say the guy, you know, wore blue shoes, and here's a picture of him in red shoes. So I never saw anything inconsistent. But you know, I didn't see it with my own eyes. But there's you know, the person seemed reliable. But again, here I am, I'm just pulling out of this thing, and I thought LRH was reliable. And I don't. I don't think so now. I mean, I look, you know, and you know, the whole death and the death certificate and all this stuff, it's hard to argue with. You know, it seemed like he was, you know, and his kids, you know, like my wife is an interesting person to talk to as well, because she's class 5 OT5 or class 4 OT5, and but she's like one of those people. She could probably, you know, do heroin for a year and then just say, oh, you know what, it's making me too skinny, and just put it down. You know what I mean? She's not a person, you know, and she was, you know, everybody loved her. You know, a lot of, you know, she was Jason Beghe's wife to some degree over there, but she's a remarkable person in her own right. And one of the ways is that she just doesn't, she's one of those people you just can't brainwash. So when she got out, it was kind of like, you know, that's it. She just, you know, she didn't even talk. I mean, it was like, I said, you know, honey, I'm thinking about doing this. I think she was like, you know, okay, fine, whatever. Flip the burger. And yeah, you know, because I think they're, you know, because she had said, she had always pointed out things that were inconsistent also. And, well, all these fucking OTs that aren't OT. Like, that's a fucking OT?
And what's an OT supposed to be?
Somebody who's at least able. Somebody who can, like, walk and chew gum. I mean, there's people that are OT that are some of the most incompetent, stupid people. I mean, when I say, that sounds, my definition of stupid is not, you know, necessary. It's not, it doesn't have anything to do with data or education. It has to do with being able to say, I mean, I'm talking about people put their hand on the stove and go, hey, 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 my hand's hot. My hand is hot. You know, I'm talking about that kind of stupid. I mean, and like, unreal. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So that, you know, there's some real dopes that have, you know, but they have money and they're successful and they feel good about themselves because they're on 7. Well, I'm on 7 now. It's fucking great. I gotta tell you, you gotta get on 7. Yeah. It's that kind of thing. And it gives them a thing. And you look at him and it's, and you know, and Scientologists know, and I've talked to like Big Tur. I said, what the fuck? We've talked, what is that? You know, what is that? You know, because these people, you know, I might have had an issue with them, and they'll write me up, and they'll bring me to ethics. I got to handle this thing, and it'll be in the thing they wrote up. I'd say, what do you want me to say? It's true, I guess. And they go, well, you know, I'm not going to say the name, you know, well, you know who he is. And I go, yeah, okay. We just had to bring it in because it's written up. You want to, you know, write anything? I don't give a fuck. Put it in the folder. You know. So I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was some of the stuff that she would just like, you know, really go nutty on. And even me, here I was. I told you, the further I went up the fucking bridge, the more Casey I became. You know, I met this girl and I was, you know, and she could see the more I do this shit, you know, whatever. It wasn't handling dick.
So once you left, how did you leave?
They wouldn't let me leave. They just kept saying no, 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 no. And so I said, okay, give me my money back. And what I had was, you know, money on account. And per their policy, if you ask for your money, that was it.
And they did give it back?
They gave my wife's money back. They offered to give me my money back. And I'm still in they want me to sign a piece of paper that says that I have no further claim against them. And I told them I can't do that because I feel I do. And I just said, you know, I mean, I don't have the time or the money to get into a legal battle. Even like, let's say $1 million they probably owe me conservatively. And in this country, you could do pain and suffering. Maybe I could get a couple extra bucks. I just don't.
It's tough to litigate Scientology.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sign some paper that says I don't. You know, I just couldn't. It's just my own integrity. I couldn't. You know, I couldn't say that.
So what's happened since you left Scientology? I know I was talking to your wife a little bit earlier, and she was talking about how, you know, the friends cut off from her who, you know, those who were still in Scientology.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, Jesus, I got a little son too, and he was in a little Scientology school. And he was 4 at the time. And no school was started. We moved. So we're in the process of moving. So it was and moving to we moved to this big property out here. It's a big different thing, and it's a long way away. And they kicked him out of school.
It was a Scientology school.
No, yeah, they kicked him out. So he had nothing to do, and it fucked him up because he had, you know, why can't I see my friends? And that was all his friends. And, you know, and this was a time when, you know, mom and dad were really busy. I'm working. We've got a little tiny infant at the time, and we're moving to an enormous thing. And plus, this whole place you're in was under construction. There was a period we were in one of those Airstream type of things, you know, and nothing for him to do, and that was one. So yeah, our friends, I mean, I knew I could see I was pulling away, so I'm kind of an antisocial personality anyway, so I don't really hang around people, you know. But my wife, you know, with the kids and stuff. I remember there's a girl, a wonderful girl, Kelly Daniels, terrific chick, and she found out, you know, some ethics person told her, and she just was inconsolable, you know. So I know there were a lot of broken hearts on the other side, and now there's not. I saw some fucking kid like that I hardly know, you know, I do voiceovers too. So I went to a voiceover, and there was some kid from Scientology. And like usually if I'd see him at a voiceover, I'd be, hey, Jason, you know. And he went, you know, and I just said, you fucking punk. That's what I said to him. It's just like, you see that's it in a nutshell. You know, both of them are alive. The Jason, because we're Scientology.